Hello, I hope all you well. Thanks for coming to my live streaming. Come and draw with me. Have you got any question? You can feel free to ask me. And just like building up the step by step, we're creating the rose art, right? So far you can see I draw that much is nearly, and it's a longer time. It's taking a slow art, I'm drawing a little bit at a time, and they take a little bit longer. And if you have any question, you can ask me and draw with me as well. And we're doing slowly building up the layers. More you building up the layers, slowly adding the details. That way you can create a much better result. And sharpening your pencil, that one is important as well. Always sharpen your pencil. That one you can create much better details. And go like that. And adding a little bit red, not too much, little bit red, a little bit brown. I made the combination of the color. Little bit, not too much. Hi Mombasa, how are you? And just mixing it. Little bit red, not too much, little bit red color. Because that one is important when you create the art. Like more adding the detail, the more you can get much better result. Hi everyone, thanks for joining by. Thank you. And then mixing it slowly adding the details by details, right? More details, more you have much better results. And sharpening your pencil, that one is important as well. When you sharpen your pencil, then you can have a much better, more control, right? And put some paper, always I put some sort of paper underneath my hand. That way you can protect you getting a mess everywhere. And just the stem of your leaf. And just going like that. Little bit like a shape, that one important. And it's everything is like overlapping, more going to each our top. They're creating much better storytelling. It doesn't look like flat art. They're giving us some sort of story, mixing it all together. And go like that. Always take your time. More you take your time, more slowly do it, more you achieve much better result. And doing this step by step, creating the art. And make sure the shape. I'm just pressing this one of the color, cream color, doing this represent the vein on side the leaf. And slowly building up, slowly building up the layers. And because you can't see it, I can get another little bit darker color. You can see much better. And it's slow art, right? It will take a little bit longer and you can get much better result as well. And slowly, just make sure, I hope you can see that line, sometimes light line. Thank you for comment. Thank you indeed. Yes. I'll create my art, and I'll make the product out of it. Can you see this one is a tulip art? I draw it as a pencil color and make them product. You can buy as well. Is a tulips again. This chrysanthemum is a pencil color. You can see they all hand drawn by me. Hibiscus flower, hibiscus is very well known in tropical country. Iris is quite elegant lady flower. I have this darling bloom, this one. I have a foxgloves, if you like any foxgloves. That one is my art again. Muscari, if you like muscari, I draw with quite regular way. This one draw with gouache, geranium. This one called bird of paradise. This one African lily. This one called dahlia. And this one people know which flower this one is it. If you know this flower, they go hydrangea, that one. They all my art. You can look at, if you want to purchase any of my art or anything, you can visit that. And we don't do charge for the delivery. We do free delivery, and we do worldwide postage. And I'll start with the lighter color and then building up the layers. Just slowly start it with filling the color. Just lightly. Just lightly you're building up, then keep adding the details. More details, more you have much better result. The shape, details, everything matter when you draw them, right? More detail, more shape, more you can get much better result. And get the darker pencil and then add the details. And you're just mixing the color. Very lightly pressing the pencil. When you start mixing the color, just have a little bit pressure on your pencil. That way start blending together. And mixing it. The mixing is one of the kind of technique to learn, you can do pencil color, anybody, but it's mainly how you blending, how you mix the color. Color mixing is a tough thing to do because you need a little bit practice. That's I can tell you. When you start mixing it, then you can see the difference. And just mixing it. And do not worry, they will work. But sometimes some pencil color take a little bit longer time, some do early, but they always mix color together. You see, adding the shape, details, everything matter, right? More detail, more shape, then you can get much better result. And whoever just joined me, you can feel free to ask me any question, and just do it like that. Very light mixing, not too heavy, just light. Start with the light and then build up. and slowly. And always remember sharpening your pencil when you do that. By sharpening, more you sharpen the pencil, more chances you can create much better art. Hello, Sir Paul. How are you? Thanks for whoever just joining me. And just edit details. And make sure they mix. Mixing is a main thing. When you start mixing it, then you can create much better details. And always wipe it off. Any dust buildup, just get a towel and just slowly wipe it off. Hi everyone. And make sure the shape before do the outline and then start building them. And make sure when you do pencil, hold the pencil that way. Do not hold pencil this way. That way you can create very harsh line. Which one you don't need it, right? You have to hold the pencil that way. That way you can start mixing colors together. And just blending it. Always take your time. Always take your time. Hello, how are you? How are you, Irania? How are you? Thank you. Indeed, yes, it is beautiful. And it's quite a long time, took me quite a bit time to draw this one. But as a result, look amazing, right? I can see on the screen, it look much better. I didn't expected they're looking that nice, but they're looking much nicer as well. And just adding it details. You can feel free to subscribe me, feel free to follow me, ask me any question. I'm happy to at least somebody having any communication. Anybody want to talk, you can talk as well. And just mixing it. Make sure when you do line, make sure make the neat line, because neat line is much better to draw, because sometimes if your line is not neat, you doesn't stand out your art. You need to be clear, join and everything is matter when you draw them, every tiny details is matter when you draw. And you mixing is like a slowly building up the layers. More layers building up, then more you can get much better result. And always sharpening your pencil, because what's happening is the reason, because if you take a pencil you can't get the detail. If you want the details to need to be a little bit sharp your pencil, little bit, not too much, because you keep sharpening your pencil is already sharp enough, right? Only just need little bit to helping you to mixing it, and the edges get neat. And it's just blending it. And always you need, you have your own timing, do not rush. Do not rush when you're creating the art. And age is that, just like before you start, make sure line and everything neatly you draw them, and then start filling the paint inside and mixing it like that very lightly, because we don't want to press a pencil, right? We want very lightly get your pencil and start blending together. And make sure the shape of your petal neat and clean, and just mixing it. Make sure the edges of your petal. Thank you for your comment. Thank you. You make my day. Thank you. Thank you for your lovely comment. You can feel free to subscribe me. Feel free to follow me. And just adding it. Because in this petal connect to another petal, what you have to do before I can tidy up, get a little bit red color or some sort of and just to the edges, just a little bit color of the petal, no, leaf, because that way they separate them, but it's together as well. And just mixing it together, because it's covered dark color, they're still already giving a shadow effect. And mixing it. And take your time, slowly building up the layers and shape. Shape is matter, right? More you show the shape, more you show the details, that way you can get much better result. And thank you whoever just joining me. I'm Shakira, and I'm here to showing you how to draw the art. And just mixing it. Make sure the lace looks smooth and neat and clean. That's the aim for get the much better result. And slowly building up the lace. Slowly doing it. Everything, taking your time, slowly doing it. That way you can achieve much better result. And sharpening your pencil, that's another thing. And I am doing, make sure that your leaf attached with your stem very well. And I'm just doing before anything else, just making the leaf, all leaf. Because that way I have a first foundation. It's like just preparing it, this one. Because I got so much leaf overlapping it, making a much easy for me to draw. First I just do some of the leaf overlapping it, just preparing it, then start adding the color afterwards. And just it just making edges neat, and you just, because it's overlapping, you can see I did one and did another one on top. That way I know this leaf going in top of each other. And just get the towel and just wipe it off. And just before I just do it, just preparing my outline and everything. And it's a shape. Shape and details matter, right? Hi Alia, how are you? And just getting it. It's just adding the detail, one detail. Hello, hi Alia, how are you? Thanks for joining me. And by the way, I'm Shakira and I'm based in London. And feel free to ask me any question, and going like that. Just preparing it this one because they're overlapping it. They're overlapping it to make sure they all separate. Then you start coloring, doesn't mix up to each other. Now start adding the color. And because inside the leaf they have a vein, then I need to add a little bit details. Just a little bit, just adding the first cream line and then getting the details. And then get the lighter color and then building up the layers and layers. Very lightly, not too much pressure, just a little bit lightly picking up, building up. More you do lightly, the more you had much. Hi Jennifer, how are you? Thanks for joining me. And just adding the details. And always when you start any art, get the good quality product and everything. Always say buy the good quality pencil, good quality paper. That way you have a create, because paper, you need the strong paper when you do pencil color, right? Because what's happening, you're blending the color. Because blending color, you need the paper, because it's you mixing color on the paper. And sometimes if its paper is very cheap quality, they can rip off. This one is all my experience, because in beginning I don't know, and I did it this one, and I had a quite few trouble in beginning to get the right paper. And just, can you see, I'm just lightly done it because they have a already leaf there. What you have to do, I get this kind of reddish color, but I'm not putting red color, I'm just giving the edges. And just going like that. Yeah, just a little bit red color, because that way is making us separate my leaf, but it's together as well. And just mixing it. And sharpening your pencil. Thank you for like, Laila, thank you for your like, thank you. appreciate your help. And make sure the shape of the leaf and mixing it. Like the more you mix it, more you had much better result. And just make sure they're getting a smooth layer. That's the main thing to remember. And just do it roughly. Make sure put some sort of paper underneath your hand. That way you can protect your art. And just mixing it. So putting pper underneath, that way is helping me to create much better art. Because what's happening is, because you're putting your hand all the time, the creating the your hand heat can make your art a little bit messy. Better to put some sort of paper that protect your art as well. And slowly building up the layers. And get the towel and just wipe it off. Hi Bella, how are you? Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming and join with me. And mixing it. Hi Kia, how are you? How are you, Kia, how is your day? I hope you have a good day today. How is your TikTok going? And just mixing, just doing the outline first. And then start building up the color. Now, how is it your TikTok going live? Because do you think this TikTok these days is not getting that much interest, people? Because I'm finding it's a little bit different than before. It's very slow. It's nearly whole week I'm getting this problem with TikTok, and sound like I need to be stopped few weeks. Don't do TikTok at all. I don't know, because it's not doing anything for me these days. It's very slow. Its engagement is very bad. And just mixing it. And at the details, just make sure I say first layer and then adding another layer on top. Because it's a pencil getting shorter, make sure get some sort of the pencil extender that will helping you to use your small pencil. and just building up, adding the color details. Thank you, Kia. Thank you. Did anybody else complaining about TikTok? Because I'm finding a very and don't understand TikTok. And just mixing it. Yeah, just I don't understand. I was just like very disappointed. Thank you for liking my drawing. Thank you, appreciate your help. Because I got getting a little bit YouTube, but TikTok is going is going very bad. Because I don't know. You think I'll take the little bit break from TikTok and come back few weeks time? I don't know. And just slowly adding the details. Usually I can get at least 5-6 followers. Now none. Yes, what's your Irina? Hi Irina. And make sure try different color shade before you start any another color. Please always start with a little bit, make the your layer strong, then start building up and top. And just adding that, slowly blending. Yeah, I think so, because it's just like it's not doing very well because I'm coming every day. Okay, bye. Thank you. Yeah, because I think I will do that because I'm just a little bit better. I'll make my video and just post it instead of coming live. And just mixing the color. And slowly mixing it. In first, you can't see it. When you start blending it, you're getting a much better result. And take your own time, do not rush, and get the towel and just wipe it off. That's the aim. And make sure that when you start blending happen, getting a smoother, that time you can add more details and details on top. You're just mixing it with the color. Thank you, Kia. Thank you for your help. Thank you. And mixing it. More you mix them, more you do slowly, more you had much better result. I know I drink, but it's just like for nearly whole from last week. It's just like it's going very crazy, make me crazy. What I'm doing wrong. You're so kind of you, but it's just like you're coming here. These people are not interested. It's, I don't know, and just mixing it very light color, and then adding another color on top. And just mixing it. Because it's a mixing the color is the main thing. How you can achieve the much better result. And shape and details, everything matter, right? When you do slowly building up the layers, more building up the layers, more do slowly, more you had much better result. And get a towel and just wipe it off. And get a little bit darker pencil, not light, darker pencil, and just do a little bit in the edges to give a much better result. And I so far I did this one, and now coming up this side and see how is it turn up.